Hey guys, Lightning Spirit 78 here, and welcome to another episode of Team Fortress Tuesday. Today, I think we're just going to play as a multitude of classes, to be honest, because I actually think that I'm going to make this more of a topic video, more than anything. Just because I did try doing a solo Team Fortress Tuesday last week. It was bad. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty bad. So, this week, I think I'm actually... Oop, that's a spy. I think I'm going to try to have a topic to discuss. And why is that medic healing a spy? Try to have a topic to discuss this week. And the topic actually was inspired by a few friends of mine, and was also inspired by a video that Germa985 put out probably a few days ago at this point. And was talking about, is the video game industry starting to plateau? Is it starting to not really get stale, but are things starting to reach that point where we're running out of things to do, things to go? And I kind of agree with that statement, because I was actually talking with this about this with a few friends before the video came out, ironically. And it must be something that's not just been on my mind, but it's been on my friend's mind, and it's apparently been on a lot of people's mind then. So really, the reason why I think this, it's not so much like the graphics. Really, I could care less about the graphics. Graphics, in my opinion, do not make the game. Even though some people could argue that we're really pretty much as far as we could go as far as graphic engines are concerned. I beg to differ, but, I mean, I think we're advancing on that front, however, much slower than we have been. Like, when you take a look at the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, we didn't really advance that much. However, when you take a look at, like, the N64 to the GameCube, yeah, that was a pretty huge leap. When you take a look at the Atari to, like, the Super Nintendo, like, that was a huge freaking leap in about 10 years. Okay, maybe 15 at that point, I'm not 100% sure. But the point being is that graphics aren't really my primary concern, even though that was a major point that was brought up in Germa's video. Anyway, my concern is there seems to be a lack of, not really, I don't want to say originality, but I'm starting to get that feeling that game companies don't really know what they want to do at the moment. It's kind of like they've gotten comfortable with where they're at. It's like, okay, we have our best-selling series, let's just keep milking it for all it's worth. And I can think of a lot of series that are doing that. Everybody says that the Call of Duty series does that, and I'm not trying to call it Call of Duty here. Recently, I've been noticing that it almost seems like Mario, the Mario franchise, is really doing that, especially in 2012. Like, and my best example with this... Hello, Spy. You are not going to get me today. My best example with this would probably be, I don't know how many of you have played the Paper Mario games, and I hope a lot of you, because those games are some of my favorites. So when I heard that the 3DS was getting the Paper Mario game, I was ecstatic. I was super excited, because I love Paper Mario 1, I love Paper Mario 2. Super Paper Mario is not my favorite game, but I still really like it. And when I played Sticker Star, it just felt like the life of the series had just been sucked out of that game. The environments were cool, and some of the, some of the game mechanics were alright, but, I mean, there was no point in battling, you got no experience, so basically took out all RPG elements. Pretty much, all the games had an interesting, well, I guess you could say interesting story. But if not an interesting story, at least some compelling characters, at the very least. And I'm not saying they're like, like freaking Final Fantasy, like, they're not on that level of, like, characterization and whatnot, but they were still interesting and fun. This game, all you got was, like, generic toads. So it's like, what happened here? Like, our game company is just getting so comfortable with this little... I guess nest that they've made themselves. It's like, we pretty much have all of our successful series. People are gonna buy these no matter what we do. So let's cut some corners, and it's that's what it feels like to me. It almost feels like sometimes the game companies are cutting corners. But yeah, this is one thing I noticed. That was the biggest example I could think of at the moment. Like, I'm sure I could think of a ton more. But, oh no, here's another one. I don't know how many of you played Pokemon Black and White and then Pokemon Black and White 2. Both games, in my opinion, were phenomenal. However, a lot of people criticized the Pokemon series for just using the same exact standard formula. What I liked about Black and White, however, was that, yeah, it was the same formula, but they mixed it up. They knew how to make it fresh. They knew how to give it a new coat of paint. Whereas Black and White 2, it was still really good, but it almost felt like all the originality, or not really originality, but all of the leaps forward that they did with Black and White were just kind of for naught. Because they just went back to the standard formula we saw in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Back like 4 years ago. At this point now. So, I don't know. And also, it seems like... I hate to bring up, like, DLC into this. But it's kind of a huge point when you think about, like, the game industry starting to plateau. Because it's almost like we're at a point where anything can sell. And that's what a business does. They try to sell things. But it's like DLC, to me, I have no problem with it. I have no problem paying a little bit. But when you have to pay, like, a lot for something, like, just to get something that's already in the game, that's already programmed, and you know what company I'm looking at here, it gets a little frustrating. And it almost feels like it's, like they think, you know, we could put this in the game, or we could wait a few months, and what was supposed to be originally in the game, we can just give to them for, like, $10, $15, $20, sometimes even more than that. And if you want to do DLC right, I think that Valve does it perfectly fine. Like, look at Team Fortress 2. We get updates for this game, let's see, it came out in 2007. This 6-year-old game, yearly, if not like almost bi-monthly, we get updates for this game. New content, new weapons, new maps, a man versus machine, an entirely new mode, all for free. And I don't know. It just almost feels a little lazy when companies, you know, like I understand perfectly not putting like everything into the game. Like, I understand why they do that, but it almost seems a little jerkish when, you know, like, you have to pay like $20, $30, $40 for something that should have already been in the game. But I don't know, that's just me. But it seems like originality of certain series, I mean, heck, how many sequels have we had for Final Fantasy now? Or not sequels, but like how many installments of that have we seen? We're up to Final Fantasy, what, 15? Or I'm assuming 15 will be coming out soon. But the thing is with that, is that nobody wants anything to do with Final Fantasy 13 anymore. Nobody really liked the games that much. There were a few people, and that's fine if you enjoyed it. But Square is just kind of like pushing down on something nobody really cares about. And it's like, they have so many other things that they could be doing, but because they have an idea and they want to stick with it, and apparently this idea in their head is Final Fantasy 13 was such a big seller, I don't think it was, let's just keep hammering at it. And it's actually kind of the same thing I just thought about, clicking outside of the window there, and it's kind of the same thing I just thought about with, freaking Pyro. It's kind of the same thing I just thought about with, like, I hate to bring up Nintendo again. I love all these companies. I do respect everything that they do. I'm just making some observations. I don't hate all the games that I'm mentioning here. Most of the games that I've mentioned so far are actually pretty good, minus a few. But when it comes to, like, the originality factor, like, at least they do what a game's supposed to do. They're fun. Like I said, most of them, not all of them. But it just feels like something is missing. almost. And that's my problem. And I don't know if it's because we have high standards, or what. Oh, snap. I didn't even see that guy. Oh, come here. Oh. Anyway. I don't know if it's because our standards are getting higher. I don't know if it's because my taste is changing in some games. But something just feels off recently. And I started to notice it back in probably like 2012, to be completely honest. What's up, Benji? Oh, god dang it. But I hate to bring up Nintendo again. But it just seems like some companies, once they have a franchise, they just stick with it. And they never let it go. And even if they have like a billion other franchises, they'll put everything on hold just for the thing that sells. Like, Nintendo has what? The Mother series, which I know the issues with that, but I'm just using it as an example. The F-Zero series, Star Fox, Metroid, like, and the list goes on here. And we constantly see the same thing every year. We get at least one Mario game a year. We get at least one Pokemon game a year. Zelda, at least they're taking their time with. But to hold us over, we get, like, Mario. Whoa. We just get Mario and Pokemon, pretty much. And there's only so much you can do with some of these things. But I don't know. And also another thing I noticed was going back in the whole like Nintendo thing. Games need online multiplayer nowadays. Like, I realize that some companies want to keep the whole standard of, you know, like family fun times, like having fun with your friends, or sitting on the couch or whatever. And that's great. But give us the option to do both. You know? Like, New Super Mario Bros. U, when I bought that game, I was so excited because I thought it had... Oh, come here. I thought it had freaking online multiplayer. And that would have been amazing, in my opinion. Crap, crap, crap. Ow. Thank you, lag. You just screwed up my shot. Anyway. But, as I was saying, I was so excited for that game because I figured it was going to have, like, online multiplayer. Like, the more I thought, like, at first I wasn't that excited about it, but the more I thought about it, if it had that, it would have been awesome. But no, you have to sit down with friends and just figure things out. Oh. Either my internet or the server just crashed. Or it could just be a random lag spike, I don't know. But I don't know, I guess I don't really have too much more to say on this topic. I don't even know if I stayed on topic, to be completely honest, but I don't know. It just feels like games in general are starting to plateau a little bit, and I can agree with that. I'm not saying that they're bad, not at all. I'm just saying something feels off. And I don't think it's going to stay that way. I mean, it might. But you never know. You never know. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of problems on the last server. I had some major lag, so I decided to go out and find a new server to finish up this video with. And so we're going to spy it up on King of the Hill Badlands. Oh, that's a dude. But anyway, I think I'm pretty much done with the whole rant topic. Admittedly, I thought I had a lot more to talk about, but it's one of those things when you sit down to talk about it on a video, you start to... Whoa! Snap, 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 snap. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Medic. Thank you. Anyway, it's one of those things where once you sit down to talk about it, you start to lose your train of thought. It's like you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to phrase it exactly. And I think that's my problem with that little rant, but... I don't know, I hope I got my point across. Like I said, I don't hate all the new games. I'm not one of those people who's like, modern gaming sucks. No. While I'm not too happy with some of the things that we're doing and some of the ways that we're improving, quote unquote, I mean, the games are still good. They still do what a game is supposed to do, and that is to provide enjoyment and entertainment. I just think some things could be done a little bit better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pyro, run! You fool! Ow. Well, that went well. Okay, so let's see. How much time do we have? We haven't even captured the point yet. Okay. That's just fantastic. So let's see here. Got a heavy down there. Oh, that's our heavy. Got a demo up there. Do they have any sentries I need to worry about? I can't believe that they don't. But also, if you wonder why I play Spy all the time in these videos, I'm actually trying to practice. Some friends and I are thinking about getting into one of the UGC competitions sometime in the summer, whenever the next one is, not the one that's currently going on, I believe. And everybody says that my best class is Spy, even though I don't necessarily agree. But you know what? Oop, that's a Spy. But you know what? I love Spy. It is my favorite class, although I think Soldier is my best. Whoa, whoa! No! Get him! Kill him! You know what? I'm gonna let them handle it. Ah! Ah, come on! Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. Oh, come on! Hurt every freaking turn! You know what, at this point, oh, there's a Spencer. Okay, perfect. But, yeah, I'm pretty much just practicing Spy. I pretty much just play Spy at least an hour every day. If not every other day. But, I don't know. I really don't think I'm that great of a Spy, but, I don't know. I'm told otherwise, but then again, it's another one of those things where it's like, even if you are, like, the greatest Spy ever, you're gonna be modest. And then again, I use the Dead Ringers. I mean, it's not really actually skill. It's just me running up to people and going like, hit me! And then I cloak. And then I get a backstab, if I'm lucky. Keyword being, if I'm lucky. Alright, so we got the points. Let's see if we can't get this medic. Can I get no, I can't. Please tell me that's not a Fog Pyro right there. That's something. Somebody walk by here. Somebody walk by here. Ah! Crap. Ah, dang it. Oh well. Oh yeah, I just thought of something else to talk about on that whole, like, video game industry thing. HD remakes. What do you guys think about that? To me, I'm a little indifferent about remakes in general, considering I was the person that was, like, begging and pleading for the Pokemon announcement last month to be a remake of Ruby and Sapphire. Which obviously didn't happen. But you know what, I'm fine with that. I'd rather they make a new product anyway. Whoa, crap. I'd rather they make a new product anyway. But, I don't know, it's just, we've been seeing a lot, and I mean a lot of remakes in the past year. Ratchet and Clank, we've seen, oops, how in the world did that happen? He just kill himself? Anyway, we've seen, like, Ratchet and Clank, we've seen Kingdom Hearts, we've seen Wind Waker now, we've seen Pokemon freaking Heart Gold Soul Silver, even though that was a few years back, but still. Actually, I guess that one technically did need a remake. Ah, that was a lucky crit. Oh, come on. Oh, don't you even. Don't you even. Don't you even. Don't even, Mr. Sniper. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, that was stupid. But I don't know, I'm indifferent. I do feel that sometimes games need a new coat of paint. And it's actually a good way to get newer gamers into games of old. So, I like the idea, but I think we've been getting a lot of them a little too frequently. And we've been getting a lot more remakes of old things than we've been getting brand new concepts. So, I don't know. That was just a little snippet. I'm not really back on the rant, but I think I'm going to play one more round for this episode, guys, and then we will cut it off for this week. Come here, Scout. 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 Come here. Come here. Why are you running? Why are you running? Oh, dang it. Speaking of Scout, why don't we give Scout a try? I have the laughing taunt. Because they like to laugh at people when they die. That sounds terrible. I'm using a pistol. I mean, not using a Mad Milk. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Except, yeah, it does, because I'm on fire, and that Mad Milk would really help right now. So, oh, thank you. Somebody just put me out of fire. I shall say thank you. Anyway. Take out the pistol, put on the Mad Milk. You know, the funny thing is, I actually had a strange Mad Milk. And I did the stupidest freaking thing. I mean, it was only a strange Mad Milk, so honestly, I could have cared less. Put people out. I honestly could have cared less. But there was a game of Man vs. Machine once, and the scout didn't have Mad Milk, and I said I would lend him one, but I realized I didn't have a regular one at the time, and all I had was my strange Mad Milk, and I was like, you know what, just here, give it to me when you're done. Stupidest thing I've ever done in Team Fortress 2. Because the second I gave him that, he just disconnected from the server and took my Mad Milk with him. My strange Mad Milk. So, honestly, I could care less, because like I said, it's just a strange Mad Milk. I could probably easily go out and get another one. I didn't even feel like just reporting the guy because he took the Mad Milk, because honestly, it was my own freaking fault. And I figured if he really wanted it that bad, you know, like, I really don't care. Come here, medic. Oh my, 2 flogs. 2 flogs for the price of 1. Okay, soldier, turn around here, help me. Thank you. How do I have full health after that? God, 2 flog pyros. Nope, I'm done. Dang it, sentry. Dang it, spy, don't sap that sentry. You know what? We don't have a spy. Tempting, but I really want to play scout right now, admittedly. But I could go in and set. Actually, unless I move that sentry out onto the point, it's not doing much good where it is. So you know what? I'm not going to worry about it, honestly. All it's probably doing is protecting a teleport or something, and I could probably go get that easily if I figure out how to loop my way around here. Actually, I might be able to get this thing. Nope. Nope. So much nope. Come here, Pally. I just realized I cannot play and do live commentary of this game at the same time. Unless I have friends with me. Because then they're doing most of the talking. And I just sit here and play and add commentary when I need to. This, I gotta talk all the time. And that guy has a freaking server clearing carbonado. Dang. I have a lot of bot killers. I don't really want them. Thinking I might do a video maybe where I raffle them off or something. I don't know. It's an idea I had. Because I know a lot of people like strange weapons, and I have a lot of strange weapons. And let's face it, I'm probably only going to get like a scrap for them anyway. So, you know what? I might, keyword might, just do that. Although, maybe I'll wait till they go up a little bit, because let's face it, anybody could get a strange... Never get that close to a huntsman. I didn't think he was going to turn around in time. Never get that close to a huntsman. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Team Fortress Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed my little topic, my little rant. If you could give me some more, like, things to talk about, more topics, preferably within gaming, to talk about for Team Fortress Tuesday, you know, when I'm alone and I don't have, everybody with me, feel free to send it in the comments. I would actually like to talk about some stuff. And I could always use topics to talk about. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week. Hopefully I didn't make anybody mad with my rant, but you know what, if I did, it's my opinion. So, on that note, I'm going to end it off here with the death of this poor, defenseless engineer. And his dispenser. His dispenser must die. Okay. So I'm going to end it off here. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everyone. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Surprised I didn't die. There we go. Nice shot.